the Skeg. It's not just a fun word to say.
Skeg. Skeg.
They get a lot of calls on how to install it. What if you're in shallow water? Well, it pops up, you see. It just kind of pops up. We're gonna see how that goes down.
So the Skeg consists of a plate that we're gonna install, as well as a fin, and it's a stationary fin, much like a rudder, except it doesn't move back and forth. It really kind of mimics the fin on a stand-up paddleboard, so that when you're standing and paddling, or even sitting and paddling on open water, flat water, that you get a lot truer track. If you're a river fisherman, you'll find that the Skeg will really open it up to adjust your drift and kind of keep you in line as you float along and hit holes.
These things are meant to be nimble in the fast water, and the Skeg, it comes down and makes it so you track straight, especially if you're standing up.
So here's the Skeg plate, and then you're gonna have the Skeg kit. The kit's gonna come with a couple of different size bolts in here. If you're doing the Amigo, you're gonna replace it with a 3/4 inch bolt. If you're doing an Adios or Chupacabra, you're gonna take out a 3/4 inch bolt, and then you're gonna replace it with the 1 inch that comes in here as well. So from there, we're gonna grab it, we're gonna line it up and make sure everything's looking good. And then don't forget to put your handle back on. You'll just pop those 1 inch quarter 20s right through. This will line right up on your existing handle holds that came with the boat. Make sure that side goes in. Easy as that. Skeg plate is affixed to the boat, and next we're going to go over the installation of the Skeg blade and then the clam cleat, and you're back on the water.
That thing makes you go straight as hell. Straight as hell.
We're going to dump out the rest of the contents of the Skeg kit. Clam cleat. This will be for your line management and tension control on the Skeg. This is going to be your tension control on the Skeg plate. The clevis pin and hitch pin is going to be how we affix this blade into. So slide it in, that'll go right through, joint, and then you're going to pop that in. Alright, so now we've got two cords hanging off. We've got paracord coming off the back, we've got bungee coming off the front. This is going to be your tension control. This small hole right there, pop it right through. Cord lock's going to come out. Clamp it, and then it'll go ahead and spring in. They are not broken. And see, now that's going to give us the up and down tension. You can adjust this up and down on the bungee, and that'll allow you to see how tense you want it to pull up. Some people do put knots in the top. If you're going to be taking your blade off, then you're going to have to be replacing this cord every time. So if you've got a good tense lock without it, I don't recommend putting a knot. That's just me. Another thing I'm going to do is go ahead and run this through the pad eye on the top, and that will guide this line straight in and out. So see, that's a little stiff pulling up. Give it a little bit more release, and that's a nice easy pull up. As we come towards the front of the cockpit, I usually take mine through one of the pad eyes just so you don't have as much cord out flopping around, and that'll kind of guide it through here. We're going to go ahead and install the clam cleat. This is what's going to feed the paracord in and out and allow it to lock the Skeg in the upright position. Now, I usually like to put mine on the left because I'm right-handed, so usually I'm going to have a rod or a paddle in my right hand predominantly, and so I want to be able to reach over and manage this line with my free hand. So we're going to come in here, drill a pilot. Don't over tighten these self-tapping screws, and you always want to use a drill bit that is slightly undersized so that when you go into the plastic, it's going to create its own seal. Just get it in nice and tight. That'll give us placement for the front hole. Drop in your self-tapper. Easy as that. Feed the line through the rear of the clam cleat. You want to make sure that the teeth are facing forward.
Where are the teeth?
The teeth, if you look in the front here, that's going to be where the real locking mechanism comes from. So this will go out the back. When you pull forward, and then you pull down, then it locks in. Those teeth are going to grab it. So with the tension of the bungee in the back going against the teeth, you'll have a good solid lock right there. And that's what keeps your skeg in place. So you can keep it all the way up, you can keep it at an angle, or just let it all the way down.
And then let go. Yeah.
And so then we're going to have some spare cord left over. I like to go ahead and clear this up. Just go ahead, and I should probably really know the name of this knot, but I know it works really well. One loop over the front. I'm going to hold that and then go the same direction over once, over twice. See that cute little knot, or cute little hole that it left? Feed right back through there. It's going to look ugly until it all cinches up. Tighten it up. And then you've got a nice little loop that can slide to give you more slack, or pull out, kind of tighten it up. Go ahead, cut and burn whatever excess you have, and then your skeg's installed and good to go.